What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and I know I'm a bit late to this, but I still wanted to discuss the things that we have for this month's update in FEH. So Legendary CHROM and Bramimond are getting their remix and also their weapon refine. So Legendary CHROM is getting his remix to 2 Change Fate, and now it's 2 Change Fate 2, so it gives him +6 attack and defense when he uses his assist, and also gets the bonus doubler. So bonus doubler is decent, it's not really too insane, but honestly 2 Change Fate is already pretty good for arena usage, but he's directly competing with Duo CHROM and his assist, and how much more superior that is. So unlike Lucina, where Future Vision is not really facing competition from the other things, 2 Change Fate is kind of facing that competition from Duo CHROM. So bonus doubler is decent, but I'll definitely reserve my opinion when he gets his full weapon refine. Maybe it goes really well with his weapon. And then his remix skill is so weird in Blue Feud. Like, why Blue Feud? Go with Red Feud so that he can at least do some things to the fast God Swords, or maybe Colorless Feud for Fallen Maria, or even giving him like attack defense ideal, or maybe even Time Pulse 4, because he's not really going to be able to trigger Deadeye that easily because he doesn't really have -1 special cooldown and doesn't really have the assist that Duo CHROM has got. So right now it's definitely decent, not really too insane for Legendary CHROM. And then we move on to Bramimond's remix. So they're getting attack resistance tempo 3, which is really good for Rattle-Catria teams, and also Impenetrable Void. So this gives -5 debuff to all stats of the opponent in the combat, and also cuts the damage reduction skills by half. So we have seen this before on Magical Null Follow-Up, and interestingly enough, if you've given them Magical Null Follow-Up, then it actually stacks up multiplicatively. So you can actually stack up the damage cutting up to 75%, which is really insane with Magical Null Follow-Up and this Impenetrable Void. So really hoping that Bramimond gets an amazing weapon refine, because Bramimond is one of those OG Dark Mythic units, and nowadays nukes are really insane, so Bramimond has not been able to keep up. But I hope this weapon refine is really insane. The remix is definitely pretty good, because Bramimond needed some kind of way of cutting through the damage reduction like many of the magical units and tome units in general. And then we've got more weapon refines. We've also got Kempf's weapon refine. So Kempf's weapon refine is really not coming on July 4th, but still he's going to be getting a weapon refine. So I hope that Kempf is able to have more survivability within his weapons, just so that he can be like this kind of bulky sword cavalier who can spread the flash status. And then Ross is also getting a weapon refine, so I hope that he retains his Brave Axe and basically becomes like a dual phase Brave weapon and gets some true damage on top of it, so that he can have much better damage output. And some kind of damage reduction cutting would also be really helpful for Ross, honestly. And then Gerik is getting a weapon refine for Fire Sweep Axe, and I'm hoping that this is not the case like Soleil's weapon, and I hope that he can have the Fire Sweep effect and still have some kind of enemy phase, so he can function in both phases that way. So I'm really hoping that's the case with Gerik, because he's a 5-star locked unit, so I hope that he doesn't really have the same treatment as Soleil, which I know many people really didn't like. Perceval is also getting a weapon refine, and he's also a 5-star locked Lance Cavalier, and Lance Cavaliers have such insane competition, and with Brave Erika getting a weapon refine this year, it is going to be insane. So Perceval needs some kind of stacked weapon refine, at least like have as much as Sirius has in his weapon refine, because Sirius's weapon refine was honestly pretty good. So something like that would be pretty nice for Perceval. And then finally, Duo Idunn actually jumping the queue quite a lot before Spring Fur and Spring Est, and getting a weapon refine before. So technically she was in the queue, and she would have gotten her weapon refine after Choose Your Legends got their refine in this year. But Duo Idunn is going to be getting a weapon refine this month itself. So Duo Idunn basically has the Idunn standard, where she has got the debuff neutralization, and then she can inflict some attack debuff on the opponent, and also has a follow-up negation. So I hope that she gets a lot of attack shredding, because attack shredding is going to be making her a much better save tank, as we have seen with young Hector, for example. So that is my hope with Duo Idunn, basically, where she gets a lot of attack debuffs in the combat, just like Rudolph got it. So that would be really awesome if that happens. So yeah, Duo Idunn jumping the queue, so I hope that she gets a good weapon refine that justifies that kind of queue jump. Then we move on to the combat manuals that we're going to be getting this month, and the lineup is actually really good, with Female Kris giving you Fury 4 and Spurn 3. So Spurn does not really have the Phantom Speed like the tier 4 damage reduction skills, but eventually we're going to be getting Spurn 4, so this could be a good opportunity to just, you know, save that combat manual. And Fury 4 is also really helpful in Gale Force strats and Aether Raids offense, where hopefully you can run Fury, Sacred Seal, and fall into the Wings of Mercy range in 2 combats. So there, mainly Fury is going to be useful, but other than that, Spurn is definitely going to be a good combat manual to save for whenever we get Spurn 4 in the future. And same is going to be said for the combat manual of Freyr, where I do think that little attack defense is the better skill because, you know, you can run Omni tanks with defense res catch 3, but honestly, it's just much better to run distant defense 4 or a stand skill that can not only give you extra defense and resistance, but also another effect. So that's why I do think that little attack defense is going to be pretty good whenever little attack defense 4 comes out. So that could be also a combat manual that you can save, or you could just give that to your duo CHROM or maybe some kind of Aether Raids defense unit. So it can definitely work out. And we're also going to be getting Sorin with that Magical Lantern Plus. So Kadean Sorin does have that Magical Lantern where it could be a pretty nice weapon until we get a Blue Arcane Tome for a lot of the Mage Cavaliers like Valentine Veronica, because it does give you the unrestricted movement from Kadean Lind basically. So it is a pretty useful weapon. And then he does have Attack Resistance Form 3, which can be useful on a budget build. And then we also have Riken giving Attack Speed Form 3 at 5 stars, so you'll have to actually upgrade him, which is a bit annoying. But still, he does have Spur Attack Speed 2. And then we have Kain giving you Wings of Mercy. So as you guys know, I always have Kain on my wish list because I always run out of Wings of Mercy fodder. So this is really amazing for me. And then we also have Bars giving Reposition and Natasha giving Close Guard at 5 star, but other than that, she's not really going to be bringing too much for the fodder. We're going to be getting more Memento events like always, and Aether Raids is going to be having Healing Tower upgradable to level 11. So it's probably going to be a very marginal upgrade, and Aether Resort is going to be getting 2 new songs in Reclaim the Capital from Binding Blade and also the Fell Dragon's Hounds, the 4 Hounds themes basically from Engage. And then yeah, the most Engage content we're getting is in the form of Aether Resort. That's pretty much it. Maybe on the summer banner though, but that's a copium. And then Summoner Duels being updated to the max favor level increase. And then we're going to be having Fallen Linus and Groom Robin as the part of the Grail pool. And they're also going to be fixing some of the issues with the Seer Snare. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. A lot of refines. I'm definitely looking forward to Bramimond's Weapon Refine and also do Idunn's Weapon Refine because it's interesting to me that she jumped the queue. And I'm also waiting for the refine of Legendary CHROM so that maybe it makes sense with like his remix skill. Maybe if like he gets Null Panic or something like that. That would be pretty interesting if he gets that from his Weapon Refine. So let me know in the comments what you think about this month's update and the weapon refines that are upcoming. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and a comment, helps tremendously. And if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using super thanks down below or by becoming a YouTube member. And for more free videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as Spring Fur and Spring Est, still waiting for their weapon refines. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.